At 5-1 on the season, the Seahawks are looking to bounce back from their first loss of the season this Sunday when they take on the San Francisco 49ers. What's going on? Jackie Montgomery with your Week 8 game preview. Sitting in first place in the NFC West, the Seattle Seahawks are getting ready for another tough divisional matchup against the 4-3 San Francisco 49ers, who sit at the bottom of a highly competitive division. The 49ers are coming off of 2 straight wins, most recently routing the New England Patriots 33-6 in Foxborough.
Weeks on, and a lot going on to get ready for a really good-looking football team. The Niners have played really well the last couple of weeks, and have bounced back from a little bit of a different start for them. Looks like a terrific division opponent again. So here we go. Good to be coming home. Got to get ready to rock and roll.
Quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo has had an up-and-down season. He's had 3 games with passer ratings over 100, but returning from an injury in Week 5, he was benched with a QB rating of 15.7. In 5 games, he's thrown just over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions.
Yeah, I think Jimmy's had some good games. I think we started out a little bit slow. Then he had a real bad injury there in the second game, which caused him to miss a game and a half, and came back a little bit too early because of that. Basically with how our whole team was playing, and had a bad first half versus Miami and got him out of there, and he's come back and had 2 really good games the last 2 weeks. So I think he's playing real good, and I think he'll only get better as this year goes.
I think there's moments where you can tell he's just spot on. He's getting the ball out quick. He's making the throws, and there's moments where he's kind of giving the ball away. And so I think we just have to give pressure to him, and then make sure we're on our landmarks and our keys, and as long as we're on there, we're good.
The injury bug has taken a huge bite out of the 49ers roster throughout the season. In their last game, second-year wide receiver Deebo Samuel suffered a hamstring injury and is out for this week. But they do have other weapons in their receiving core, including tight end George Kittle, who is back from an injury of his own and leads the team in yards and catches.
He can do everything, really. He's got great feet and blocking. He's got a great base under him, and he can block big guys. He can block backers. He's really willing. He's got a great attitude about it. He's tough and physical and all that. We know that he can catch the football, and he runs well. He runs very well after the catch. So he is really a consummate player. He can do the whole thing. You can't get any better than Kittle is. He's really good.
The 49ers offense ranks 12th in the NFL, fueled by their rushing attack, which is averaging nearly 140 yards a game. But this group has been dealing with key injuries as well. That said, head coach Kyle Shanahan is hoping that Tevin Coleman will be available Sunday after returning from injured reserve this week.
We're activating him today. I don't know how much he's going to go. I think we're just going to get him a little bit there in practice, but hopefully we can get him going by the end of the week where we feel safe enough to get him out there. And if not, we got 2 other guys left, and we'd have to make a decision if we wanted to bring one up on practice squad or not.
They do a really good job of figuring out holes in your defense or creating holes in your defense. They understand your defense really well, so they'll motion or move a receiver or put a team in a different front that they want you to be in to run the ball, which is why I think, kind of no matter who you put back there, as long as they can, read those gaps, they have success. So we just have to be conscious of what they're trying to do to us. We have to be locked in and focused and see the motions, and it should be a good challenge for us.
San Francisco's defense has been hit the hardest with injuries to players like Richard Sherman, Nick Bosa, Dee Ford, and Solomon Thomas, who are all on injured reserve. But despite all that, they've played at a high level these last 2 weeks, led by third-year linebacker Fred Warner.
I think Fred's one of the best players out there, on the field, and I think he's one of the best linebackers I've played. He's so super smart. He's on his stuff. He's detailed. He brings something that most guys don't know how to bring. He just knows how to do it all. And he's a really great player. So it's always a challenge going up against him. I'm looking forward to the challenge. He's a great player for sure. I got a lot of respect for him.
Looking at the Seahawks, injuries will play a big role in running back depth. Chris Carson, Travis Homer, and Carlos Hyde all missed practice early this week. With no running backs on the practice squad, rookie DJ Dallas could see a bigger role Sunday. Fans could also see the coaching staff get creative with other skilled players stepping into the rushing attack.
We're working through the week. We got a bunch of different things that could come up with guys playing and guys not playing, and we'll be ready to go. But it's been a interesting week of practice, and we've been creative throughout, and we'll be ready no matter what happens.
I think DJ's been great for us. I know he's been really working his tail off, and so I'm excited to see him, play some too as well, and play a little bit more probably. But we'll see what happens.
With all of the injuries on both teams, this could come down to a battle of the coaches and their game plans, with one of the league's best defensive-minded coaches in Pete Carroll going up against a bright offensive-minded coach in Kyle Shanahan and defensive coordinator Robert Saleh, who is a protege of Pete Carroll.
They're both really, really bright coaches, and they use their personnel really completely, and they know what they're doing, and so they're very creative, and so we'll know that they're game planning according to who's available to them, and then what they're up against. So that's what we know that's going to happen for sure. We can count on these guys. They're going to have a heck of a game plan.
Russell Wilson and the Seahawks are 31-8 following an in-season loss, and they're hoping that trend continues on Sunday in what is going to be a huge divisional matchup. Well, kickoff is set for 1:25 p.m. Pacific. You can watch it live on Q13 Fox.